Good morning, students. Now it's time for economics class. Myself, Vicky Bonik, and in today's class, I will basically focus on two topics. Number one, origin and importance of economics. In this topic, I'll focus on how economics came as a separate subject and why you should study economics. Secondly, I'll focus on some basic concepts, basic terms that we'll be using in studying economics again and again. So let's start with our first topic of discussion, that is origin and importance of economics. So students, economics as a separate subject may be traced to the year 1776 when Adam Smith published a book named An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth. सो इस बुक के पब्लिश होने के साथ ही इकोनॉमिक्स को जो है एक सब्जेक्ट के हिसाब से एक पहचान मिला. पर अगर एडम स्मिथ का पहले का बात करें, ऑल्सो इन इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट, सो देयर वाज ए ग्रेट टीचर एंड फिलोसोफर नेम चाणक्य. उनका और एक नाम था कौटिल्य, जिन्होंने एक बुक लिखा था अर्थशास्त्र. ये बुक लिखा गया था अराउंड 3rd century BCE and 3rd century CE. And in this book, he explained treatise on statecraft, economic policy and military strategy. तो अगर हम इंडिया का कॉन्टेक्स्ट से देखें, इकोनॉमिक्स जो है बहुत पहले से ही यहाँ पे पढ़ाया जाता रहा है. बट एज आई सेड, it is widely believed that Adam Smith was the first person who started economics as a separate discipline by writing the book named An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth. That is why Adam Smith is also known as the father of economics. So this is all about origin of economics in short. Now I will discuss about the importance of studying economics. So students, economics is perhaps the most important discipline compared to all other social sciences. Economics जो है ये सबसे important subject है. Why? Because economics directly impacts everyone on this planet. Economics जो है हम सबको affect करता है. कैसे affect करता है? Because this subject is very person centered and normative field of study. The fundamental idea behind economics is rational activity. Rational activity मतलब कैसे एक इंडिविजुअल को डिसीजन लेना चाहिए, कैसे डिसीजन which are worth doing. Economics also teaches us personal liberty and about benefits of choice. हमको कैसे फ्रीली अपना डिसीजन लेना चाहिए एंड हमें कैसे अपने डिसीजंस को मेक करना चाहिए, ये इकोनॉमिक्स हमको सिखाता है. एंड पर्सनल लिबर्टी, रेशनल एक्टिविटी एंड बेनिफिट्स ऑफ चॉइस, दिस ऑल आर ए इंडिकेटर ऑफ एन एफिशिएंट सोसाइटी. टुडे देयर इज हार्डली any government or international agency or bank that does not have its own staff of economists. Many of the world economists devote their time to teaching economics in colleges and universities. बहुत सारे इकोनॉमिस्ट कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ा रहे हैं. सिर्फ कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी में ही नहीं, बहुत सारे रिसर्च एरिया, एडवाइजरी कमिटीज़ एंड इंडस्ट्री में इकोनॉमिस्ट काम करते हैं. सम आर ऑल्सो एम्प्लॉयड इन बैंकिंग, अकाउंटिंग, कॉमर्स, मार्केटिंग, बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एक्सेट्रा. सो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ने से एक लिमिटेड एरिया में ही जॉब ऑफर नहीं होगा, बहुत ही वास्ट एरिया में जॉब मिल सकता है. सो हम कह सकते हैं दैट दिस मॉडर्न एज is the age of economists, and the demand for their services are insatiable. So students, इकोनॉमिक्स एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है और ये पढ़ने से करियर में बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिल सकते हैं. मैं एक पीडीएफ सेंड करूँगा ग्रुप में, एंड दैट पीडीएफ contains the details of the opportunities of studying economics. Please go through that PDF. Students, now I will move to the second topic of discussion, that is the basic concepts of economics. Under these basic concepts, I will first discuss the meaning of economics and some terms like production, what is production, consumption, distribution, exchange, what are goods and services, what are resources, what is the origin of the word economics, and few definitions of Adam Smith, Alfred Marshall, and Lionel Robbins. Also about what is economy, what are economic activities and non-economic activities. I will also send a PDF that will contain the details of the above mentioned topics. Please note down this in your copy. So let's start with the meaning of economics. So economics is a social science which studies human activities in the process of production, consumption, distribution, and exchange of goods and services in the society with given resources. So students, economics is a social science. Social science means जो सोसाइटी को स्टडी करता है, और सोसाइटी में कौन रहता है? दी ह्यूमन्स. सो बेसिकली इकोनॉमिक्स स्टडी करता है ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज़, लेकिन ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज़ बहुत सारे होते हैं और इकोनॉमिक्स सारे ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी को स्टडी नहीं करता है. इकोनॉमिक्स स्टडीज ओनली दोज ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज़ विच आर रिलेटेड टू प्रोडक्शन, कंजम्पशन, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड एक्सचेंज ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. सो इकोनॉमिक्स जो है स्टडी करता है प्रोडक्शन को. तो प्रोडक्शन क्या है? प्रोडक्शन मीन्स द प्रोसेस बाय विच गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर मेड फ्रॉम रॉ मटेरियल्स. प्रोडक्शन का मतलब है गुड्स एंड सर्विस को प्रोड्यूस करना. देन इकोनॉमिक्स ऑल्सो स्टडीज कंजम्पशन. कंजम्पशन मीन्स यूजिंग दोज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज फॉर आवर नीड्स. इकोनॉमिक्स ऑल्सो स्टडीज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मीन्स spreading the goods and services throughout the market so that buyers can buy it and the sellers can sell it. Economics also studies exchange. By exchange, we mean buying and selling of goods and services. So this production, consumption, distribution, exchange, economics studies production of goods and services, consumption of goods and services, distribution of goods and services, and exchange of goods and services. So what are goods and services? Goods are things which can be seen or touched, that is tangible. For example, chair, table, book, anything that can be seen or touched can be termed as good. And services cannot be seen or touched. For example, service of a teacher, service of a doctor, etc. And by resource, we mean things which are used to produce goods and services. So economics is all about studying production, consumption, distribution, and exchange of goods and services. Now, how the word economics is derived. So economics word came from two Greek words, oikos and nomos. Oikos means household and nomos means management. So traditionally, economics was believed as a principle of household management. Now we'll focus on three most important and widely used definition of economics. By definition we mean a viewpoint of someone. So the first definition is the wealth definition, and this was given by Adam Smith. Adam Smith, the father of economics, he gave the wealth definition of economics, and according to him, economics is the study of wealth. How to increase our wealth is studied by economics. The second definition of economics is welfare definition. This definition was given by Alfred Marshall in a book named Principle of Economics, published in the year 1890. In this book, Marshall defined economics as the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. How we can increase the well-being, the welfare of the people, that is studied by economics. That was the viewpoint of Alfred Marshall. And the third most important and widely used definition of economics is scarcity definition of economics. This definition is given by Lionel Robbins. According to Lionel Robbins, economics is a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means that have alternative uses. So Robbins defined economics as a study of ends and scarce means. By ends we mean our unlimited human wants. Human wants are unlimited, but the resource to achieve those human wants are limited. Not only our resources are limited, our resources also have alternative use. For example, coal can be used for making electricity, also for running railways. So resource can be put for different uses. So Robbins defined economics as a science which studies how we should distribute our limited resources so that we can fulfill our most of the wants. So these are the three most important and widely used definition of economics. Now I will focus on three basic terms, that is economy. Economy is a system which provides production, consumption, distribution and exchange. So for example, Indian economy or American economy. Then economic activities. Activities which are performed for money are called economic activities. Any activity which are performed for money, for example buying, selling, etc. And non-economic activities, any activity which are not performed for money. For example, leisure time activity, exercise, gardening, cooking, these are all non-economic activities. So this is all for today's class. I'll continue in the next class. Thank you.